Merrimack TV's community channel has been around for over 2 decades. A lot has changed over the years, but one thing has stayed constant. The longest-running show on the channel, Outdoors with Bob.
Welcome to another edition of Outdoors with Bob. And today we're at the Killam Bear Center in Lyme, New Hampshire. And my special guest is Mr. Ben Killam, who is the owner, operator, and bear rehabilitator. Ben, welcome to Outdoors with Bob.
Well, thanks for having me.
Bob LaRue has been around the block. Aside from being a longtime resident of Merrimack, he was also a state representative for over 20 years. With a job like that, it makes sense that the original media services coordinator for the town would reach out to get him to produce a show.
And I told him I wasn't interested in being politically active or working in politics all day and doing it again at night, so I told him no.
But there's a topic Bob was interested in producing a show about: the great outdoors.
I've always been an outdoors person. I mean, I've hiked and I fished and I canoed and hunted, did all kinds of stuff involved with the Scouts. So I've always been an outdoor person and that type of thing. So anything outside interests me. I love to do animal programs. That's my favorite, really. We've done red deer program, and people say a red deer. Yeah, there is such a thing in New Hampshire. There's a herd of red deer in Plymouth, New Hampshire. There's over 500 of them.
The show has brought Bob all over the state, from sea level to over 5,000 feet, making friends with many different people, but also bear cubs and even buffalo.
Look, can I try that?
Feeding him?
Yeah.
Absolutely. You want to get slimed?
Well, I don't care about being slimed. I just want to come. I want to go in with 5 fingers and come back with 5 fingers.
Yeah, there's no top teeth, so you can't. You might be able to squeeze your hand a little bit, but it's really.
They really just wrap their tongue around it, so.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, sure, right down in there. Sure, go ahead.
He's collected plenty of souvenirs from his adventures, like moose hooves and even a skull. But as for his favorite episode, Bob says that it's difficult to choose just one.
To me personally, all the programs that we've made were very special because of the people in it and what they brought to the people of Merrimack. Whether it was miniature donkey rides or working with the Fish and Game Department on stocking trout. But the one program, the longest program we ever produced, was on preserving the old man of the mountain. Now that was a total a 5-hour program, and what was unique about that is that we have some footage of the old man and the repairs that had never been filmed before. And we have stories we can go on forever on that. And then, unfortunately, we had to go back after May 3rd, to the remains of the old man. So we have the two together. So that was that was a close program because it meant a lot not only to us as people from New Hampshire, but the residents and everybody related to the old man of the mountain.
Despite it being Outdoors with Bob, it's never been a one-man show. He always emphasizes how none of this would be possible without many different friends, his Mara Vikings crew, helping with the over 300 episodes. One essential team member, who, in his words, is his top assistant, biggest helper, and his biggest fan, is his wife, Fran, who's been there since the show's beginning.
I thought he was a little bit off his rocker, and he got me involved in it. And at that time, we didn't know what we were doing. We had no comprehension of anything. And when he needed graphics, I go on the internet, download pictures that I thought he'd be interested in, then put them on a disc so he could have them to try and put them on his video. If he's working on his videos, which he has a computer upstairs, his personal one, the film computer downstairs. Downstairs, he's a whiz. Upstairs, forget it. It's, Fran, come here, what's wrong with my computer? But I never hear boo out of him when he's downstairs editing a film.
Consistently editing the longest-running community channel program in Merrimack gets you pretty acquainted with the production process, and pretty acquainted with the town's media division. The division used to be back at the high school, and Bob would rent out a camera and edit his footage at the school. Now, Bob has his own studio and equipment in his basement, and submits the finished product for airing on the community channel. The show has spanned multiple generations of Merrimack TV, and for current media services coordinator Nicholas LaValle, Bob has been a constant.
Bob may have very well been the first resident I met when I was first hired by the town of Merrimack, what seems like a lifetime ago. Bob's commitment to producing his program truly shows how community can be built through media. It's outstanding what he's done in terms of documenting the state with his show, and oftentimes he has zeroed in on parts of capturing Merrimack's history and culture as well.
Bob and his Merrivikings crew have been there for a lot of Merrimack's history. For example, they documented the community reaction to 9/11, and that experience inspired them to capture the Christmas lights around town, bringing holiday cheer to those who couldn't go out to see the lights themselves. That idea of bringing a unique experience into someone's home has always been at the heart of the show, too.
I hope that over the course of the years that we were able to bring something to people that they didn't have the opportunity to see before. Or why are things done a certain way? Like the old man, how was he preserved? What did they do to preserve him? It's fascinating things.
With so many interesting topics and people over the years, it's difficult to choose a favorite part of Outdoors with Bob. But for Fran, it's easy.
Bob, of course. But I'm always looking to see where his next adventure is going to be. I hope it lasts another 20 years. Because I know he enjoys it. He really enjoys it.
And it's safe to say that everyone at home enjoys it too. From all of us at Merrimack TV, thank you for your dedication to community media. And we look forward to the next 20 years. And 300 more episodes. Thanks for watching.